The emotions that you are holding onto inside of your body could be the largest reason you're not having the life that you seek. What does that mean? Well, we're going to get into it today. First things first, what are emotions? Emotions are what we hold onto in our body when we don't allow ourselves to feel them. An emotion is something that stimulates either sadness, angry, upset, depression, or feelings of happiness, feelings of love. These are all emotions that process through our bodies. As a human being, we are emotional beings. We are the only being on this planet that actually feels all these emotions, and we are actually conscious of the emotions that we experience. Now, in society today, we aren't as emotional as we allow ourselves to be, because throughout society and with a fear-based society that we live in, we are not able to express our emotions in the ways that we want to, especially as children. So when we are growing up as children, when we it could feel emotions, most oftentimes it's sadness. This could be somebody kicking you off the swing on the playground. Immediately a teacher comes over to you, a parent comes over to you and says, it's okay, you don't need to cry. But actually in that moment, what you are meant to do is cry, is feel that emotion that is coming through you. But from a very young age, you are taught to hold your emotions inside. And I know that I did as well. I was told to keep these emotions inside of myself. I grew up playing football. I was an athlete my whole entire life. And growing up playing the sport of football in America, we were told to suck it up all the time. We were told to not be a baby. If we cried, we were a baby. So that got instilled in me in a very young age, and I wasn't able to feel my emotions. And then when I got to 22, 23, 24 years old, I started to experience this deep depression and deep anxiety, and I didn't know where it was coming from. It was coming from all these emotions that happened to me throughout my life that I never allowed myself to feel. And you might be able to relate to this too. So what happens is we create a blockage in our body. We are far more energy than anything else as a human being. And this energy, what energy is meant to do is to flow through us. It's meant to flow everywhere. Energy flows. That's how atoms and cells are created. However, we have these stimulus, especially coming through our eyes. So we perceive our world, and then we have a stimulus. Oftentimes it will create some sort of emotion. And now what happens is this emotion comes into us. It comes into our energetic body, because you are an energetic being, and it goes up into the mind and it tries to release. However, in today's society with our constant thoughts, it's not able to release with all those thoughts going on. It's not able to just flow freely. So then what happens is it goes down into your heart space. Then in your heart, it tries to release. But with us not being taught how to be able to feel our emotions, then it just gets stored in that area, gets stored in that region. So we hold on to it and we cling on to it. And over time, if all this energy starts to flow through us and then not be able to release, it gets stored in your heart space, it gets stored throughout your body more and more. So this could be a trauma that you experienced when you were 5 years old. This could be losing a parent when you're 40. It can be anything. It can be somebody breaking up with you when you're 20. All of these emotions that we don't allow ourselves to feel get stored within our bodies, and then it manifests. So these stored emotions inside of us manifest physically. They manifest as a disease or sickness. 90% of disease and sickness is caused from trapped emotions inside of the body. And this happens because these trapped emotions stimulate stress in our body. They cause inflammation. So then the body reacts. And this might be chronic pain, this might be anxiety, this might be stress. And over time, this pain and this chronic stress turns into dis-ease. This might be an autoimmune condition. It can be cancer. It can be a gut health issue such as SIBO. It can be all these different issues. It causes you to not be able to focus because you have this inflammation in your brain and your body, because the mind and body are constantly talking to one another. And if everything gets inflamed, then you're not able to think straight because you have brain inflammation. Things aren't flowing freely in your body. So what we need to be able to do is release these emotions inside of us. How do we do that? Well, we have the beautiful mechanism of our breath. Our breath allows us to tap out of the mind and go into the body. And you might think that's cliche and like, oh, I'm breathing all the time. But you can use your breath to stimulate your sympathetic nervous system, which allows you to stimulate a chemical inside of your body called DMT, dimethyltryptamine. DMT, you might know this, people smoke it. People will take LSD and those types of things to stimulate DMT, but you can actually stimulate it inside of your body by using your breath. So when I do breathwork sessions with people, I have them go into big diaphragmatic breaths, in through the mouth and out through the mouth. It's like a... And when you do this, you stimulate that DMT. The DMT allows you to feel into your nervous system, and it also allows you to tap into a part of your mind called the limbic system. The limbic system allows you to process the past, present, and future all in this moment. So you're able to recall that childhood trauma you experienced when you were 5 years old and actually feel it in this moment. And then you can feel the emotions associated with that you didn't allow yourself to feel as a child. You then feel that emotion, and that is what allows it to be released. We are emotional beings. We release emotions trapped inside of us by allowing ourselves to feel the emotion and then ultimately allow it to be let go of. And we have that beautiful power within us, and we can do it. All that you have to do is start to breathe, start to be able to feel your emotions. Now, you don't have to go into a full breathwork session to start. What you can do at first is just use a simple breathing technique called the 4-7-8 method. So you can breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold at the top for 7 seconds, and exhale out the mouth for 8 seconds. You can do this for 5 minutes. And when you're doing this, you can put one hand on your chest in your heart space and one hand on your diaphragm in your abdomen. And allow yourself to start to feel those emotions. Feel those things that you haven't allowed yourself to feel. So this might be stress that accumulated throughout the day. Just allow yourself to feel that. And then on the exhale, when you take that long exhale, allow yourself to let that out. Let it go. And the more that you do this, the more that you'll get into a practice of actually starting to feel your emotions, allowing yourself to not hold on to these emotions that we store throughout our lives, and we can actually allow this energy to start to flow through us. The more that we do this, the more that we release, the better that we will feel. This can allow you to start to help to overcome health issues that you're experiencing. It can allow you to start to attract more abundance into your life. It can allow you to attract a better relationship. It can allow you to attract more money in your business, because now when you release these emotions, before you were resonating at a low vibration, a low frequency. Now, when you release these low vibrational things that you're holding on to, you're able to start to raise your vibration. When you raise your vibration, you raise your frequency, you attract more abundance, love, and joy into your life. So it's just getting in the practice. And then when you're ready, you can go into a full breathwork session, such as holotropic or somatic. And then you can really start to release those things that you're holding on to. Everybody holds on to something. So allowing ourselves to feel those emotions, we can then allow ourselves to be open up to a better life, better health, more beautiful things flowing to us. All that you have to do is just start breathing and allowing yourself to feel. I hope that this gave you some insight into how you can start to release emotions inside, because this is the biggest thing in our lives that we hold on to. And knowing that all you have to do to start is just start breathing, it's really beautiful. It allows it to not be such this big thing, and instead just, okay, this is simple. I can start doing this today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. And if you have any other questions, please leave them down in the comments, share this with somebody, like it. And if you have any further questions, you can reach out to me on Instagram and just send me a message. I would love to be able to help you with this. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you allow yourself to start breathing, start to feel your emotions so that you can feel it and let that shit go. Love you all. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.